Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down the hottest stock setups with clarity and strategy. Today we are looking in on Palantir. Yes, PLTR. And what may be the most critical moment of 2025 for this stock. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit today, but let's continue to analyze this stock. As you can see, for a jaw dropping low of $63.40 in January 2025 to a peak of $125.40 in February, right? So Palantir has been on a roller coaster, now trading at $88.55. That was the closing price on Friday, February 11, 2025. And it's forming a triangle pattern. And inside it, a falling wedge that's screaming for attention. So let's go to the indicator and bring in the pattern. All right. So we come here to the trading view, and we we got the pattern from here, and here you go. That's what we have over here. So the triangle formation, look at this. We're gonna take, let's take this out here, and we connect three key points. We have the point A, point B, and point C. So as you can see here, on January 13, 2025, that was the low. February 19 is the high, and April 11, that was this day here, April 11, 2025, was the closing price, and that price was $88.55, right? So that create a large systematical triangle, A, B, C. This kind of consolidation pattern often precede a massive move, right? But which direction? Let's visualize the triangle here, okay? At this point A, we have $63.40. At the point B, we have $125.40. And at the point C here, we have $88.45. 55 cents. I'm sorry. So inside this triangle, there is more than meets the eye, right? So we also have the falling wedge within, okay? As if that were not enough, inside the triangle is like a textbook, falling wedge pattern, that deep slightly below, excuse me, below the base trend line, right? And this is used. So here is why. The falling wedge are typically bullish. The falling wedge are typically bullish pattern, but it's not the shape. It's what the candles say. So in this case here, we have two possible scenarios, right? And let's look at them. Okay. So the first one here is a bullish candle has opened at the trend line, as you can see here. This is the trend line that we have here. This one here. Okay, this one here, and we are talking about this bullish candle. I'm sorry. So the trend line, at the trend line here, it opened at the trend line right here and close above it, as you can see. Let's remove this so you can see it easily. We are talking about this candle here, this big uh, green candle. So this signal strength buyer, that means buyers are stepping in. So a long position might be something that we can consider. Okay. So as you can see here, we have a possibility of going long here. How can we do that? Let's say, for example, yeah, we're gonna go long here. We come here, long position, and we enter the market here. And as you know, we have three entry points here that we have to consider. And we call them set. Okay? And what set stand for, or what set is about? The S represent stop loss. The E represent the entry. And the T is the target, right? So now, here we come here at this point here. This is our entry. We enter at this point here, at the highest point of this big candlestick, right? Remember that we are in the 4-hour time frame. That means every candle that we have here has a duration of 4 hours. So now what we're gonna do is to set our stop loss. For that, I always use the ATR. The ATR, this is the graph representation of the ATR. We stop above the candle that we are using for our entry, right? So as you can see here, for that we will have a value over here. The value, this value here is this value here is the ATR. So this ATR, we're going to multiply it by 2, right? So it's going to be 2 times 4, 8 to 5 times 5 is 10. So 10.8. We come here, at this one here, we measure 10.8. 10.8. 10.8. It's going to be just right here. Yep, 10.8. So this value here is our stop loss. As you can see, we have the amount 750, right? So 10.8. So now we take 10.8 or 5.4, we multiply it by 4. That's the measure of our target. So it's going to be 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 21.6. We come here, we look at 21.6. We are 17, 18, 9, 20, 21.6. 21.6. Just right here. Okay? So this gonna be our setup. Okay? Remember that we have here, this is E, this is E, and this is our S stop loss gonna be here. This is our stop loss, and up here we have our T, our target, right? So let me delete this one here, is set. Okay, so this is our entry for the bullish. Now for the bearish candle, we also have a possibility over here. That's our second scenario of this analysis. So for the bearish candle, you see that there is a red candle over here, this one here, and this candle breached the lower trend line, as you can see. Okay, this is the trend line here. It breached it. So before closing, above it. Okay, it went down here before closing it, above it. And this, is this a fake out? Is this a fake out? That the question we are making, or just a market test? So now, what the candles are telling us. So if you want to make this entry here, we know that we just have to come here at the tools, we take a short position, open it from here, and we follow the same process that we did for the bullish entry. You know, we come here with the volatility value over here, we apply it for our risk management, and we take our profit at 21.6, something like that, right here. Okay, so now what the candles are telling us. Okay, let me remove this and the other one also for the bullish market. Okay, so now what the candles are telling us. The bullish candle, this one here, For the first scenario, renew momentum. I mean, think of it as the bulls fighting back with conviction here. However, the red candle down here could signal hesitation, right? So, my personal insight about this is that in order stock, for example, if we see things like this, wedge, a similar wedge, and when paired with a strong bullish candle, they often result in an explosive upside within days. So, man, it's like Palantir is at party. Maybe going up, right? Or going down. What could be the most plausible scenario? So, I mean, it's like, for me, it's like a Palantir is at party. One foot on the dance floor and the other at the exit, right? That's what we are seeing here. And we are all waiting to see where it's going to boogie. So we have explained how to trade this. Okay, for the long strategy, we just have to come here for the long, and that's it. And we adjust our risk management accordingly with the target. And for position, we're gonna do something similar right here. We just arrive here where we have to enter, and we manage our risk management accordingly based on the profit that we're gonna be taking, right? What does this mean for investor? All what we have discussed here. I mean, Palantir is no ordinary stock, and there is a reason for that, because they are dealing with government contracts, and also AIP call artificial intelligence Palantir as a dominance, and its battleground is really going high, man. So if this breakout confirms, we could be seeing a run back toward the upper high, man, at $125 and beyond. But remember, technicals work best when aligned with macro trend. You have to look at it on that way. And with interest rate cut and the geopolitical contract in play, if that was the case, there is a fundamental fire in the chart. As a conclusion, what we can say for this opening market on Monday, 13, 2025, is this. a breakout we have been waiting for? Will Palantir break free of this wedge that we have here? Remember that the wedge is this one here. Is we have this, you have this. This is our higher high, but and then we went to a lower low. This is a lower low, and this is a lower high, because this high here is lower than the previous one. Okay, and here we have another lower low, right? So will Palantir break free of this wedge that we have here and make a sprint back toward its highs, or fake us out and dive? What is the most possible scenario? This one here, or going up? So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going long on Palantir or waiting for confirmation? Smash that like button if you found value in this breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more smart trading insight every week. Thank you for watching.